Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Hope you're fine with the grace of the Almighty God. So, students, as you know that we have already started the explanation of the chapter, that is chapter 5 from the history part, and our topic of the chapter is different ways of life. So, students, as far we came to know about the introduction of the chapter, the Vedas, Rig Vedas, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and the Atharva Veda. Okay. Other Vedic literature, archaeological sources, life of the people in the Rig Veda, Vedic age, polity, society, then position of the woman, food and drink, then dress, then amusement, religion. Okay, economy we studied. Now we are going to study is about the life of the pupil into the later Vedic age. Okay, so let's get started with the life of the pupil in the later Vedic age. So, as a transition from the Rig Vedic period to the later Vedic period took place, numerous changes were witnessed in the society, economy, and the political life. There are lots of the changes came in the society. Okay, when the life of the later Vedic age started, okay, after the later Vedic age started, there was a lots of the transition happened. Transition means the changes took place. Okay, and the changes took place in the society because the society was well developed. Economy, if you say, the people's earning was much better. Okay, and the political life also became better. Political life means people started to rule. Okay, small janas started to form. Okay, small clans started to form. Okay, the information for this period comes from the Samaveda, Yajurveda, and the Atharva Veda. All this information will come to know from where? The Samaveda, Yajurveda, and the Atharva Veda. Okay, our text that came up during the period include Brahmanas, Upanishads, and the Aryanas. Our text means what? Our written records come from where? The Brahmanas, then also the Upanishads and the Aryanas. Then political life, if you study, then you will come to know the tribal of the setting of the Rigvedic age slowly gave up to the more complex, the tribal people. Okay, they were getting evolved into the kingdom. The tribal people started to rule. Okay, you know that who are the tribal people, right? That the Adivasi people. Okay, they also started to rule. Okay, like you know na, like they are ruling, they are having the means rajas and maharajas also in their own kabila. They are saying it tribe as a kabila, you know, maybe remembered, you have seen in the film also, maybe in that serials also, movies also, there you can see they are having small kabilas they are having, and each kabila has a sardar, the head. Okay, that's each kabila has a sardar, the head, which are chosen by the pupil, or it is a hereditary post also. Okay, if you say about the hereditary post means they are the chosen by the pupil, or they are like their son will be the next sardar, their son, his son will be the next sardar, they're like, this was the hereditary position. Political life, if you say, the tribal setting of the Rigvedic age was slowly gave up the more complex setting of the later evolved in the kingdom, as I have already told. During the later Vedic age, the Kshatriyas became very powerful because they were the ruler, they were the warrior, the Kshatriyas were the warrior. You know, the Rajput people, the Kshatriyas became very powerful because they were the warrior people. Okay, the king position was the supreme and the hereditary. The king position was the overall. Okay, and it was hereditary position. Also, there the king's position was the supreme and hereditary. The king's power was absolute, and nobody can control over the power. Nobody can take away the power. Nobody can rule over the king also. Okay, he was the in charge of the army and also was the chief justice. Whatever he will say, that is the law. The king used the elaborate titles such as Maharaja, Dhira Raja, then also the Virat, then Samrat was there to strengthen the protect the kingdom. The king used to perform the yagnas. Okay, that is the ritual, you can say. There were three main yagnas that were performed by the king during that time. But there was a three main yagnas were there. Okay, it was performed during that time. This include the Aswamedha Yagna, Rajaswa Yagna, and the Bhajapaya Yagna. Each and every yagna has a different work, different function. Like for example, if they will go in the war, then they will do. If they will come after the war, if they get victory, they will do war. So what called that yagna. Okay, each and every has got different kinds of, you can say, purpose. Each and a yagna was performed with a specific agenda. They were having one specific agenda to perform. The Aswamedha Yagna was performed to expand the boundaries of the kingdom. The Aswamedha Yagna was why what it was performed to boundaries, to increase the boundaries of the kingdom. It was performed. A horse was let loose to run through the territories, and the king would fight off any resistance that may arise. Now you see, that in the Aswamedha Yagna, okay, what will be done? A horse. Before that, a horse will be taken bath. Okay, will be given bath. After given bath of the horse will be untied. Then let them run. The back of the horse, then the when Raja will see that the horse runs to from here. For example, if I leave the horse from the Assam, okay, and it will run to the Bengal, then you can say Bihar area also, then the horse stopped running in the Bihar. Means whole Bihar I will take in my control. Okay, wherever the horse will stop, that area will be under the control of whom? The king. Means the king will fight up to there. The king will go to fight with the Rajas of the Bengal also, the Rajas of the Bihar also. Okay, because that is Aswamedha Yagnas was done. Okay, that place was taken control under him. Okay, each yagna was performed for the different purpose. Okay, the king would fight for the any resistance to take away the power of others. All this area that the horse covered would be then become the part of the kingdom, as I have told. Okay, the Rajasuva Yagna was performed to confirm the supreme power to the king. The Bhajapaya Yagna was the chariot race. The Bhajapaya Yagna means chariot race was there. Chariot, you know na, the Raja was sitting with the, you can say that talwar, then there was a person who was riding the chariot. Yes, chariot means, you know na, that we are saying like a, you can say horse, you can say horse are taken, and before time Rajas was sitting in the chariot, there was a umbrella also. Okay, if you go in the Calcutta, then you can see the chariot. Okay, now still now the Calcutta, the chariot is there. Okay, outside of the Victoria you can see. Okay, so it is a type of a symbol that they have preserved and kept. Okay, the Rajaswa Yagna was performed under the confer the supreme power to the king. If Rajaswa Yagna was done, why? Because if the king wants to become more powerful, like a supernatural belief it was, if the king wants to become more powerful, then the Rajaswa Yagna was done. The Bhajapaya Yagna was the chariot race where the sacrifice of the horse of the king would always win. There was a, you know, there was a sacrifice, there was a Vajapaya Yagna, there was a race was there. Okay, there was sacrifice of the horse will be there. Okay, where the horse will be killed by the king, and the king was always winning in over that. King also fought wars to expand their kingdom. King was fighting with the other king in order to increase their area. Society, if we discuss, then if you discuss the society, then in the later Vedic age, in the later Vedic period, family continued to be the basic unit of the society. What is the basic unit of the society? The family is the basic unit of the society. Okay, with the eldest member of the head of the family, that is patriarchal. You got the word, no? Patriarchal. Patriarchal means the your father will be the head of the family. Okay, that is the male member is the head of the family. Maybe somebody's house grandfather is the head because he is the eldest and the oldest member of the family. So, however, the decision of the society into the Varnas became very, very rigid. So, you know that whatever the decision was taken in the Varnas was a very good one. Okay, people used to follow also. Earlier, the Varna system was based on the occupation system. Earlier, the Varna system was completely depend on the occupation, what the work they do. Okay, out of the four Varnas, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas became very powerful. However, whatever the Varna system there was there, Sudras was there. Out of the four Varnas, okay, this Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas was a very powerful because there was a ruler and the warrior was there. And also the Brahmanas were having the knowledge. Okay, the Brahmanas were having the knowledge. Okay, although the Vaishyas did not enjoy the same respect as the position in the society as the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas, they were economical sound and they formed a trading community. You know, this Kshatriyas was, you know, was not respected well, but okay, it was. The Kshatriyas were the Kshatriyas was respected so much. You can say the Kshatriyas has not respected to the other economically backward people. Also there was a trade business also which was done by the other kings and the queens also. Out of the four Sudras or the Varnas, the condition of the Sudras was the worst condition. You know, this Sudras people used to do the work of the cleaning work in others house. Okay, sweeping work in the others house was there. Okay, who are the Sudras? The people, those who are cobbler, the sweeper, dhobi, that is washerman. These all are Shudras. These are, they are, why they are termed as a Sudras? Because according to the work what they do, they will not be allowed to come in front and stand in front of the king also. they are also taught untouchables. Later on, when we will come to read the history, then we will come to know that the Mahatma Gandhi has tried to fight a lot in order to remove this kind of untouchability. Okay, so we'll study about that also in the political chapter. The literary text of the later Vedic period also states that the Varna Sharma or the division of the life. Life was divided into four phases: Brahmacharya or the student life, Grihastha or the householder, Vanaprastha or the hermit phase, and the last phase was Sannyasa, where the man renounced all the worldly pleasure. There was a Grihastha life was there, that first the person will be getting married, where the now Brahmacharya was the first phase of the life, where the person will become completely Brahman type. Okay, will take education. Okay, will take education, will completely, where the person was to complete education, attain the spiritual knowledge, God, about God and all. Okay, in the second phase of the Grihastha, okay, in the second phase of the Grihastha, a person was expected to get married. Okay, was expected to get married and have a family. They should have a children also. The third phase of the Vanaprastha was, that individual was expected to break the ties. Okay, to break the ties with his family and meditate on the sacred text. On this, they will have no relation with anyone. Okay, in the Grihapastha, they will have the Vanaprastha, they will have no relation with anyone. They do not have family. They became totally, they will leave the everything, whatever the family and they will leave everything now. The individual should have devoured the oneself with the philanthropic and the welfare activities. If an individual person is there, they have to devote themselves. Like for example, they have to understand, they have to give themselves to the God. Okay, they have to give themselves to the whom, to the God. Okay, then they could not, like they should not become, we can say, individually associated to the one's work only. They should not become busy to the one's work only. They should be individually associated with the God. The individual should have devoted oneself to the philanthropic and welfare activities. The last phase of the sannyasa continues till the death. Okay, the sannyasi life still continues. You may heard of the and remember the story of the Lord Gautam Buddha. Okay, Gautam Buddha has given his whole life, okay, as a sannyasi. He gave up his, his kingdom. He gave up his, the life, personal life also, and he became totally sannyasa. Sannyasa means renounced his life. He used to beg. You remember, you know the story, right? He used to beg in the house of others. He used to be the beggar. Okay, this is called the last stage of, till the last breath he was living this kind of life, where he has given everything. According to Lord Gautam Buddha, everything is more maya, means human wants are so much, but there are only some limited resource that can fulfill our wants. Like for example, today if I purchase car, the next day I will want a better car. The next day maybe I will want a helicopter, and next day aeroplane. So the human wants are this much. Okay, human wants are this much, but the resources available to the human are very limited. Okay, so the education was imparted through the Gurukul system only. Under the Gurukul system, the Shishya, okay, Shishya means the student, okay, or the student was supposed to live with the Guru or the teacher. They were living in the school only, okay. In the lieu of the knowledge, the student would perform various household tasks, cooking. Okay, during that time, Raja's son was doing this kind of thing. Cooking work they were doing, cleaning work they were doing, collecting the firewoods or tending to cattle, or going to take the cattle. Okay, the Guru was not given a fee by his Shishya, but the Shishya would give him the Guru Dakshina or offering at the completion of their education. At last, whatever the Guru will ask the Guru Dakshina, like for example, the Guru asks to the king, if the Guru asks the full kingdom only, then the Guru needs to give that. Okay, if the full kingdom is asked, then the full kingdom is required to be given. See, full kingdom is required to be given. That is what the Guru Dakshina is. Okay, so the education was imparted in the Guru Dakshina, and then whatever the Guru will ask, it was given. The women were not sent in the Gurukuls. The right to education was not there. Only the men or the boys were having education. Women was not sent to the education. Okay, their position slowly declined in the later Vedic phase. But this was not accepted, and the later Vedic phase came. Religion, if you discuss, then the religion also underwent the changes, many changes it went in the later Vedic age. Okay, in the later Vedic age, the gods, goddesses who has predominance in the Rig Vedic age gradually lost its importance. The later Vedic people worship the Trinity and the include Brahmanas, Vishnu, Shiva. Okay, in the about the religion of the later Vedic age, if you say they were worshipping to the god of the this is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. We are saying Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Okay, in the generally we say the Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. We are they were means worshipping to this god. Okay, so there was a ritual and the custom of the Brahmanas, and this was a very complex one. They were now given offering in the form of gold. Now suppose that Brahman has done the prayer, no, for doing the prayer, and this all they only can read the Sanskrit word, and in order to read the mantras and hymns, they used to take gold, okay, cloth, cattle, which was still considered as a symbol of wealth. They were giving the offering to the god and also the Brahmanas also. Okay, the concept of Atman or the soul, the concept of the Atma or the soul or karma, action, and the moksha salvation, okay, originated from the later Vedic period only. The people believed that the good action would improve their next life. The people were having belief that if you do good action, you'll develop your next life. You will be getting good life. Okay. Also, if one perform good action, this would help them to attain salvation. If one will perform good action, there will be what you will end your salvation. Mukti. We are saying that mukti. Okay, economy, we say that the economy of the that time was that time copper, gold, and this all thing was agriculture also, iron also was used during that time. The people were doing the dyeing work also. Dyeing means we are putting color to the clothes. Dyeing means you don't think the people killing. Okay, killing of the people, not dying means this is the coloring of the cloths. Okay, then the later Vedic areas also show there was a well flourished of the agriculture sector. The later Vedic periods saw the development of the unit of the exchange. Niksha was a gold or the silver coin which was used during that time in the exchange. The people were using the gold and the silver for exchanging the things. Okay, in the megalithic burials, if you study, then the megalithic means the large. What is the megalithic means? It is the large. A megalithic burial of the custom surrounding the grave of the large stone was found with during that time. The megalithic burials of the India, it is also found in the, it is, you can say, you can visit many megalithic burials. Okay, like for example, among them, okay, I visited, I like to say that I visited in the last year in the 2000, last now in the previous year I have visited in 2019, Akashi Ganga, which is in the Nagaon district, which in Karimganj place also it is there. It is a very good, this large burial megalithic place. Stone structures are there in the Akashi Ganga. It is a very good place. If you can, then you also visit. You have to go to the Hojai. A large number of the megalithic burials were also found in the Deccan region. Some of the megalithic burial sites have been found at the Nagpur, Makshi, Nagarjukonda, and the Ati Chonalar. They were also found in the Kashmir and the northeast India. Okay, in the northeast also you have found these burials were offered different shapes and the sizes. The difference maybe have reflected of the hierarchy, means the sizes they were different. Maybe there some are big, some are small. The burial technique also has a variety. There are different technique. For instance, in the some megalithic burial, the bones of the dead were collected in the urn and the buried in the pit. Like for example, during that time, the bones of the dead animals were collected and where they were kept. Okay, they were kept in down. Okay, certain graves has been encircled with the stone. Okay, and the pottery, cloth, jewelry, weapon, and other items daily use which has been belong to the deceased. Whatever, suppose if that person dies, whatever the clothes, ornaments, whatever they are using, that will be buried with them. Okay, that will be buried with them. So students, this was the explanation of your chapter. Next, the case study is your homework. You need to study and you need to say that you have understood the chapter or not. Okay, so if you next class we will do the revision of chapter 6. Okay, till then that take care. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope that you understood the revision of the chapter. Go and watch the video. If you have any doubt or something, then you tell me. Okay.